Oh, what the hell. I thought I'd just go live, even though it's not a good idea. It's a horrible idea. I just have to wait around and see if StreamYard's going to work this time. StreamYard has a washing machine noise. Can you guys hear me? Is everything cool? Oh my God, you can see me too. That's bad. Okay, here it goes. Still got the washing machine noise. Is that aggravating, that noise in the background? It's like StreamYard, for some reason, every now and then has a horrible washing machine noise in the back of my audio, and I'm not sure. Anyway, so what's happening? It is October 17th. I am 25,487 days old, heading for 25,500, which will be interesting day. Let's see. My 25,000th day was a very interesting day too. One should watch these numeric, basically milestones in your life. I think when you're 33, or about, I don't know, like 91 or something, I can't remember. Anyway, I find it interesting. I'm kind of into numerology, always have been. Oh, let's see. So Standing for Truth last night did a video where he lined up Dr. Sarfati, his stuff on abio. Driving down to Waco. Oh, don't go to Waco. I've heard bad things. Don't go there. Stop. Anyway, pull over, Scott, and think about it. Fuck, are you in Texas? Don't go there either. Except for Austin, it's like an island of liberty in the middle of the land of we're going to bring charges against Netflix. Oh my God, we're gonna be started. Anyway, so imagine that we find English Puritans come over on a boat, in about 1400, and we build a little town on the East Coast alongside of a river. And this town, grows up and thrives, and we English, we like ourselves, and we have a good Christian community. Well, on the other side of the river, these fucking Irish people, they talk different, build another community, and that community grows up and thrives, and they come to work in our factories, and we go to work in their factories, and there's a lot of commerce. So we decide, at some point, a brilliant head of his time city councilman decides that they want to build a bridge because we don't want to keep trucking people across the river on a ferry. So we decide to build this bridge to the Irish, and one city councilman has the idea, but another city councilman is, a fine Puritan, Christian, racist asshole, and he doesn't want the bridge to be built. So what does he do? He gets a whole bunch of PhD scientists to come in and explain how bad an idea building a bridge is and how impossible it's going to be. I mean, wood decomposes in water. It rots. Iron rusts, with water. It's going to rot. There's just all sorts of reasons why we can't build a bridge that long over a river that wide. And we have all these PhDs telling us, oh, well, this won't work and that won't work. And if you start building a bridge across the river and you're in the middle, the iron's going to bend and it's going to fall down. So there's no way to get across the river. So the whole thing is just falling. I mean, there's no way that this can happen. And it goes on, and the PhDs, come on and they say, I have paper after paper after paper that proves that you can't build a bridge across this river. And that's exactly what we have going on with creationists and abiogenesis. And the point is that the city councilman, the racist asshole city councilman, doesn't really care about the truth. The other guy doesn't necessarily, well, he does care about the truth because he wants a bridge across the river. But the racist city councilman doesn't give a shit about the truth. He only cares about public opinion. He cares about swaying you onto one side so that you will vote against this goddamn bridge and you won't have to deal with the Irish. This is so absolutely what is going on with these guys. They get one talking head after another. And now they have Mr. Sarfati on. Let me just play a clip.
Protein. For instance, if anyone wanted to make a protein from amino acids, the last thing you'd want in the reaction mixture is water, because water will drive the reaction the other way, because you have amino acids combine to form proteins and they eject a molecule of water. So it's called condensation polymerization. That's a fancy term. So the last thing you want is to have water there because it drives the reverse reaction. So no synthetic chemist is going to have water if he's trying to make a protein. And yet they want to tell me that life began in some sort of primordial ocean, and oceans normally have water, I thought. So,
well, wait a minute. Life today inside of cells, there's a lot of water there. I'm sorry. And there are a lot of logs in the water that are made of, proteins, carbohydrates, of course. There's a lot of things in water that don't break down right away. In fact, proteolysis with water, I think hydrolysis of peptide bonds is extremely slow, taking hundreds of years. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's talking about an equilibrium reaction where, of course, there's going to be some things going in the reverse direction. But and then he forgot about wet dry cycles and temperature cycles and every other thing that's going on in abiogenesis. So the talking head, PhD in chemistry, probably hasn't worked in chemistry for 20 years because I believe he is like one of those creationist guys trying to feed you lies, trying to poke holes in something. And the worst of it is that these guys probably believe their own words. If you tell enough lies, you will, it's a fucking allegory. Okay, mini Karen. You just got it now. I'm not really talking about building a bridge, goddamn. Anyway, so they get a guy to poke holes in it with some bullshit, we can't have this, we can't have that. And he goes on.
They realize that the accuracy of a translation of the decoding machines must be incredibly accurate. I mean, Manfred Eigen, who was a Nobel Chemistry Prize winner, he worked out that you have a genome of so many of n number of letters, the decoding must be at least 1 over n in accuracy. So if you have 100,000 letters, the decoding machine must only allow one mistake in every 100,000.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. Early life probably relied on a great deal of errors or a little bit of inaccuracy. And if you watch the Demeter videos, he makes a case for that. There again, he pulls a Nobel Prize winner out of his ass and tries to use this. So he's using argument from authority. He is the authority. He's telling you about another authority that's even better at a Nobel Prize. Usual bullshit. And it doesn't mean anything. He's got another one, I think, over here.
Nice. Well, the naturalistic evolutionists attempt to defend the abiogenesis by purporting that RNA world is a plausible scenario for natural is it actually plausible? And if not, could you go over some of the major problems?
Oh, RNA world does seem to be the go-to thing. But it's interesting, there's a Dr. Harold Barnhart, who's a German working in New Zealand. He wrote a paper called Why RNA World Hypothesis is the Worst Theory of Origin of Life, except for all the others. So he admits there's huge problems with the RNA world, but everything else is even worse.
Yeah.
Well, see, one thing is, what they tell you is that RNA can sometimes act as an enzyme. So what they're trying to do is combine the coding and the machinery into one molecule. But what they don't tell you is that it can either do one or the other. See, if it's trying to code for instruction, it has to be loose, so it can be the strand we pulled apart and you can reproduce those instructions. But to be an enzyme, it has to be already combined up with each other. See, so it can't do both. It's either combined or it's not. So the RNA has to make up its mind. Is it going to be an enzyme or is it going to be a coding molecule? It can't be both.
More bullshit from somebody who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. There's 23 minutes of this, and that's about as much as I can stand. Let me see if I can show another screen. Another tab here. The end of the worst. Yeah. Okay. So here's the paper that he was talking about, and this is kind of famously quoted. The worst hypothesis except for all the others. That one. Problem associated with RNA world hypothesis are well known. Of course, we've known for a while that there are issues. And but this guy, let's see here, the RNA world hypothesis, top down, present back. Okay, it's a top down solution. He is promoting a peptide first world, so he's doing a criticism of RNA world and promoting his idea. And this is Harold S. Bernard. I don't know how he pronounced it, but so I mean, that's just an example of cherry picking the paper, coming up with some bullshit to convince you, because we don't want to build that bridge. We want everybody to stop fucking thinking about building a bridge. One of you guys can come in. Scott can't, he's driving. Oh my God, Scott, get out of Texas. I'm telling you, it's going to hell down there. Or at least get into Austin and stay in the city limits. Don't let yourself go outside. Waco, fuck no. We get started on Waco. I know somebody. Oh no, I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, so that's what it is. And then the other thing he says, it can't be an enzyme and a coating substrate at the same time. RNA world, that is just complete bullshit. There's points where it will unfold or where it won't be folded. There are multiple RNA molecules. There are a number of reasons which we could get into in some detail if we were in teaching mode, which we're not because we don't have our iPad set up yet. But there are a number of reasons why he said it's just total bullshit. And I don't understand. Well, I guess I do understand why these guys, let's see, what is his name? Who is this dude? Hi, Midnight.
Hey.
Hang on a second. Don't distract me yet. What's up? What's up?
Oh, would you, I kind of missed. Would you mind scrolling up so I could see the title? I was doing something else and I wasn't listening.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? You weren't listening to me?
Well, no, because okay, the RNA world hypothesis, the worst theory of early evolution. Wait. This is an actual paper on NCB, like okay,
yeah.
like okay, now, like, do they go as to why it's the worst? I mean,
he's pointed out that there are a lot of people that have poked holes in the RNA first hypothesis, because if it was only that, then no, it probably, there's a lot of reasons why.
I mean, to quote CRISPR from, I don't know how long ago this was, it's still an RNA world.
Yeah. Example of a top-down or should it be present-back approach to early evolution. And the problem with the present-back approach to abiogenesis is we're looking at all of the stuff that exists today, just like Otangelo, and we're trying to say, oh, how did all these things come to be, randomly or whatever. So I mean, the bottom-up hypothesis is a little better. Discovery that RNA possesses catalytic ability provides a potential solution, and they got pretty excited about that. And then they have chicken and egg, catalytic. Finally, I will critically discuss. And okay, here's the point. This is what this paper is about. So he is promoting a proteins first thing. That's what the paper is about. And that's why he named it what he did. It's a catchy title. They're going to do catchy titles and they're going to say catchy things in their abstract. But that doesn't fucking indicate what's in the paper.
Wait, why?
Well, you've heard this before, right? They quote this paper all the time. They quote this all of the time.
Well, no, I never heard this paper. But thinking about it, okay, why couldn't DNA? But no, like I said, I never heard about this specific paper. But I'm like, why?
But you've heard this, right? The quote RNA is the worst theory.
No, I never heard RNA is the worst theory. I know a lot of people have issues with it. But if you let me talk a minute.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's just that, I stutter and, trying to get words out is fucking annoying. But no.
I know what I have a glitch too. I interrupt.
As I'm trying to say, Michael, speed,
hello,
buddy.
hello, buddy.
why couldn't DNA, sorry, RNA like be the first molecule that exists? It's self-replicating. You know what I mean?
Well, it can be with the RNA enzyme, and I mean, there's a long story before it gets to the point where it's going to self-replicate. So there are a lot of problems with just saying it's all RNA. There's a lot of problems with saying it's all protein. There's a lot of problems with saying it's all homochiral. I mean, there are problems with everything. The fucking thing is there were all of these things together. I mean, many, many different things that we wouldn't even recognize today.
Yeah, it's just.
So, I mean, but anyway, have you been living under a rock? Because the creationists have been using this quote forever.
Well, no, I haven't been living under a rock. I've just been paying attention to other stuff besides this. Well, while abiogenesis and evolution, it's interesting. I'm trying to focus on school and God damn it.
Cat hair or dog hair?
Pizza hair. I'm eating.
COVID? Oh.
No, okay. Pizza. I'm eating pizza.
Oh, fuck. It's just as bad as cat hair. I mean, it's too complex a model to have arisen pretty high. So he goes through all these different, he's just reviewing all the problems with the RNA world hypothesis. And these are their talking points. That's all he sees on. But I mean, it's exactly like building the bridge, right? You understood my little story about building.
I did. You know what? And I actually loved that analogy. Or whatever. I loved it.
I do. Thank you. I thought it was a good one. They're lying to you, and that is the bottom line. Who is Jonathan Sarfati? Dr. Jonathan. He's written some books.
Okay, now I always wondered how in the fuck do these people get all these scientists to talk to them? Like, hey, you want to come on my show? You want to come on my channel? And the scientist is like, sure. Are they getting paid?
No. Well, yeah, they're getting paid by. Let's see, this guy. He writes articles for Creation Ministries International.
No, I meant, are they getting paid by standing? Like standing, like, hey, I'll give you $20,000 to appear on my show. I don't know.
No, it's just the opposite. They see Standing for Truth as an outlet. And it is their job to go around on the talk circuit and hit as many outlets with their lies as they can. So they have to put the lies out there. And Standing for Truth is somebody who just listens to them and nobody else. So Standing for Truth really believes in what he's doing. He really believes that these lies are true. So they love to come and lie on his show. So he's got his hands into a couple of these institutes. And they're more than happy to send people down. I mean,
why is it that that people who always tell lies or disseminate what lies, always use monikers like Standing for Truth or the Truth Seeker? I'm like, okay, well, if you have to announce you're a truth seeker, then you're really not. I mean, I don't know.
If I'm going to lie to you, first thing I want to tell you is that truth is the most important thing to me, Midnight. And so what I'm telling you now is true. There are dogs flying around in heaven. I mean, that is the truth. I wouldn't lie to you because I stand for truth.
See, the fucked up thing about this is that you could tell somebody, what I'm about to tell you is a lie. And then lie, and then they'll be like, "You're lying."
Oh, Eugenie Scott, there she is. Oh no, I'm looking at another page. Let's see. I'm looking at Sarfati. Let's see. Stop screen. I just want to check out who he is. So he's written books on evolution. He, I think. Let's see, Victoria. Hang on a second here. Let's take a deeper look at it. Just you got to look at who these people are because they're constantly. It has a lot to do with what they're telling you. I mean, I always look to see who a person is, what his background is. Okay, he moved to New Zealand as a child. So he has Australian and New Zealand. Fuck, who cares? Victoria, okay, a PhD in chemistry. He did some stuff, I think, on what is it, chalcogenide, basically ring and cage molecules. So that's his specialty. It's not biology. It's not abiogenesis. Then in 1996, he returned.
So wait, isn't he like
look
an
at this.
organic?
Huh?
Isn't he like an organic chemist? Or is that someone else? Or material? Like I do remember. You remember spending, loves to tell. Oh, this chemist says that abiogenesis is impossible, so it must be impossible because this authority says so. When you look, he's like a material chemist or something. I don't know.
You go to school. And then you absorb most of what you learned, and you go to work in some specialty field, and he worked on these chalcogenide rings and cage molecules, and he authored a paper or two. He co-authored a paper on high-temperature superconductors, published in Nature. In 1988 to 1995, he had several papers on spectroscopy of condensed matter samples, and he published in peer-reviewed journals. Then, in 1996, he returned to Brisbane, Australia to work for the fucking Creation Science Foundation, then Answers in Genesis, then its current name, Creation Ministries International. In 2010, he moved to the American office of that ministry. So, I mean, there it is. If you look at his
Answers in Genesis changed their name?
I guess, yeah, I didn't know that. I guess that's why I'm seeing CMI. I don't know. I'm not sure what the history is. Anyway, he's working for one of these foundations. He's getting paid probably over $100,000 a year to lie for Jesus. It's fucking simple. You don't listen to me.
Hey, sign me up for that shit. I'll lie for Jesus.
I know. I wish I could lie for Jesus. I'm not a good liar, though. I'm a horrible liar.
Yeah.
I think that's Sal Cordova's problem. He's not the best liar.
Hey, guys.
Hey. Hi, Larry.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Hey. Yeah, we can hear you good. You're coming through
good.
fine.
I have a new headset, so I didn't know how good these work.
It's actually pretty good.
Not bad. Good. Yeah. Hey, actually, this conversation, I've been wanting to jump in on a conversation. You know me, I don't jump in that often, but this conversation is kind of what I've been thinking about for several days is the craziness of creationists, the shit that they come out with. I mean, you guys are kind of touching on that as far as like, the lies, and that was kind of, I struggle with that part of it with, I think in some cases, these guys actually believe what they're saying. And then other cases, I mean, they have to know they're lying. These people are smart. They, in a lot of cases. So I struggle with that part about it.
Well, it's really interesting. I've been asked to do comeback videos on Standing for Truth, and I'll get to one 30-second or 2-minute segment, right? And like I've got one on what the hell is it, junk DNA that I want to do, and then I start reading the papers, and then I talked about it yesterday. In his book, he was talking about junk DNA. Then he refers to another book, The Myth of Junk DNA, and that book refers to about 10 papers. So I have to get all the papers. The thing is, the point I'm trying to make is Standing for Truth doesn't give a shit. He will go ahead and put a video out before he has actually understood the entire problem set. Whereas I will sit here for months cogitating. It's like, okay, I want to talk about this, but I want to get the whole story down. And I think I'm at the point where I have the whole story down with junk DNA. And Ian Chen and I'm going to use Ian Chen. I call him my canary. If Ian doesn't understand what I'm saying, that I need to rewrite it, because Ian hates science. He says he likes science, but he shuts off on me, and he keeps shutting off on me when we get technical. So I'm going to use him basically and try to talk about this junk DNA problem. And what junk DNA is a word that creationists have made famous, or a phrase, right? Looking back in the books, in modern books have an index entry for junk DNA, and they have 2 paragraphs about it. And they basically say, nope, not a good idea. Don't call it junk DNA. Almost all of them. But the creationists, for some reason, and I thought about this morning, they have to, I mean, the genome has to be perfect for them because God designed it perfectly, right? So that's a lie that they want to tell you. But the point is, standing for truth doesn't have to understand all of the science. He only has to do his ShamWow pitch. The same with Dr. Sarfati. He's just going to do his pitch. So how the fuck do we fight that kind of pseudoscience?
Yeah, that's kind of like my point is what I'm trying to get across is now Stanley, okay, obviously he believes in his God, he believes in his creation story and all that. But like you said, when he takes all this information and just throws it out there, he doesn't give a shit. So in other words, he knows he's lying. He knows, right? I mean, he's a smart enough guy to know that he's just throwing out bullshit. So that's the part that I struggle with, right? I mean, how do you see it? Like,
I'm going to throw him a bone, and they're going to love this bone, and they're probably going to clip this out and play it out of context. But when somebody comes along and tells me about some protein evolution like Hox genes, I will look at that and I will automatically assume, okay, that there is a way for that to have evolved without knowing that there is a way for that to evolve, because I am a naturalist, right? I have no other option. Having a cat hair problem. But the thing is, I'm not happy with that, okay? So what I need to do is I need to know how Hox genes evolved. In order to do that, I have to go to NCBI. I have to look at fucking million base pair long DNA sequences. I have to cut them out. I have to do basically compare them to other genes and try to figure out how did that evolve, right? Because the Hox genes evolved somewhere, I think, Precambrian, and they're very important for body plans, that sort of thing. So I don't know, and I assume that there's a way for it to have happened because, well, there's a number of reasons why I make that assumption. So he's kind of doing the same thing. He absolutely, totally believes that God is sitting up there watching him, judging him. When he dies, it's the most important thing in his life that he be judged properly. So he has this whole belief system. He's going from the Bible. So what do I do? Why do I believe evolution? And when I believe evolution because I was brought up as a naturalist and as a chemist, and I looked at organic chemistry and complexity, and I can imagine how things happen. And imagine is an important part that they're going to clip out and fuck with me on, basically, because in order to understand how something works, you first have to imagine how it might be possible. But you don't stop there. The thing is, I don't stop there. I will go down and I will dig and I will work on it, and I'll think, okay, so now I have to understand protein folding structure. I have to understand how enzymes work. They will tell you that the enzyme has to be perfectly built, right? Well, it's not the case at all. Enzymes can be built with very small peptides, and they fold in a certain way that they have an active center. And for any enzyme, there are trillions, quadrillions of other proteins that will do the same exact function. It's called the protein space. So I learned a little bit about that. And then I solved another piece of evolution for myself. Why do we believe what we believe? That's the question.
Okay, so now, like the way you just explained that, what about if you use the term analyze instead of imagine? Now, technically, right? You're, instead of saying, well, and I'm imagining how this works, you're analyzing the possibilities. Okay, this could actually work this way, though. This could. So isn't that kind of different?
Well, you have to use imagination first and analysis second,
Yeah.
and the two
Yeah.
work together. And you know, good scientists will do that, right?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with imagining how something might work.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Like if I want to build my bridge, and somebody tells me, "Oh, you can't just start building a bridge because it's going to fall down when you get to the middle," right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to imagine another way.
Right.
So I imagine, well, what if we strung a rope across there and we, hoisted the rope and we started hanging or, whatever. I don't know how the fuck they build bridges, but anyway, you have to imagine first how you might do it, and then you go ahead and you get a pencil and you get the books and you figure out how the fuck to do it. These guys, they stop, they come to a full stop. So the problem is,
boy, like I said, that's go ahead. Like I said, that's kind of what I really, really struggle with is the craziness of like Sal Cordova. He just I didn't know him at all. That's the first time he's came on the scene just recently. The past couple of weeks or whatever. And the comment that you were talking about and he had brought up was the fact that he believes that UFOs are demonic, that they're the devil. I mean that shit is just, that's out there to me. I mean, in my opinion, that's like goddamn crazy. But yet here's a guy that's educated, he's smart, but yet that's the stuff that I struggle with when it comes to being I'm an atheist and these people are theists, and the way they think and have these beliefs and ideas that are just completely out there to me. And I struggle with that. That was kind of.
But look at what they did here. They got a PhD chess champion chemist in to take your eye off that ball, to take your eye off how ridiculous their fairy tale is. So they never have to talk about that. Standing for Truth will never talk about verifying Jesus or the Bible or how ridiculous his God is, or he won't even define his God. All he will do is talk science to you. So they have how the fuck are they? I'm trying to think of a analogy or allegory. They have adopted our language to keep us digging, because they know that in order to answer their question with 100% certainty, it's going to take us another 1,000 years of research to answer all their questions, right? So they've got us on the run, and they're fucking distracting us with all this science stuff.
Right. That's another good point. Is that another thing that I've been thinking about the past week or so is if you notice the theists, especially the creationists, they don't really talk about what they actually believe or what there's very little talk about that. Everything is they attack science, or they're always attacking atheism. But yet, like that, for instance, with Sal Cordova, that must have come up in conversation or wherever about the UFOs, but they don't actually get into any deep conversations about what their beliefs are, like something like that, like believing UFOs are demonic, things like that. I don't know if you follow. I don't know if I articulated that very well, but
you did, yeah.
They don't talk like for instance, Antangelo, I don't really know his true beliefs or not. I know he's a young Earth creationist. I know he doesn't believe in, evolution, and I know the basic things, but you never really hear him really getting into any deep discussions on what they actually believe. I don't know, that's because well, if you listen to their streams after they're done picking on atheists and science, if you listen like me, if you've got the goddamn lack of life to listen to more than 1 hour of their stream, you would believe
you wouldn't believe some of the shit they say at the end of the street.
I've been doing that lately, probably for the last week or probably even the last 2 weeks. I've done that a little bit. That's when you go in and you hear them and the shit that they say.
I know.
It's when there's no atheists around and they're just talking amongst themselves. It's
when
like,
they get into
holy shit.
Politics or homosexuality or how the culture is crumbling or how the earth is going to end pretty soon and they're excited about it.
I haven't had the privilege of hearing any real stuff like that. A little, nothing. Yeah, I haven't. I guess I don't have the patience because I'll sit there and listen for a little bit and it's like, oh my God, I can't listen to these idiots. Like, so I haven't really I haven't had the privilege of hearing some real juicy stuff like what you just said, but a little bit,
I played a clip yesterday morning on the weather report where Batman was going on about executing how it isn't murder to kill homosexuals if you have three people on a tribunal and somebody willing to cast the first stone, right?
I was there listening to the whole thing. Went to, I'm a big follower of Rage. I like Rage. And I'm constantly going on, listening to Smokey's bullshit. Don't ask me why, but it's just one of the things I do. I kind of bounce all over the place because if you actually want to jump into any type of conversation, you got to keep up with all the bullshit. So I bounce all over the place and try to keep up with all the bullshit, which is stupid, but I enjoy coming here the most because like I said, a little bit of drama is okay. I like that, but some of it is just like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah, we've got to try to educate away some of the pseudoscience in the process and have a little science content, or like maybe 50% science and 50% we could fuck around with the drama,
Right. Yeah.
It's just too much. But I like to I always do overviews like the talk about the bridge in the city council because that is what's going on. And you have to every now and then you have to step back because they will drag you down deep into the mud, looking at one particular little mechanism of like gene conversion, and have you go for weeks to do it. Like Standing will do a video. And then Dr. Dan and Erica will come back with it'll take them 2 weeks to do it. And they'll come back with a really, really great comeback, right? Yep. And then Standing for Truth, 4 hours later, will produce a video and say, Dr. Dan is full of shit. Erica is wrong. We like Erica, but she's wrong. And then he'll throw out more talking points. Well, then Erica and Dr. Dan have to go back to the fucking drawing board for another 2 weeks. And it just goes on and on and on. And I do want to get into a little bit of that because I want to use their lies to teach some of the beauty of what's happening in evolution and abiogenesis in life. So the nice thing about it is they keep us studying, they focus us, right?
Yeah.
So if we can use that, and then hopefully one of them, I mean, there have got to be a whole bunch of them that are on the edge. One of them will hear something that actually makes sense to them, and it'll start the wheels rolling in their head. And maybe we can save a few of these assholes from falling off the edge of the pseudoscience earth, the flat earth, which is kind of what they believe in. So I don't know. So I think what we're doing is worth it, as long as we can be entertaining and educational, I think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, would you put them right in? Creationists would be, in my book, is right in line with flat earth. I mean, they're probably one step above, right? I mean,
exactly. Except they're like, they hate the flat earthers. But Jesus Christ, when you listen to their stupid story about Adam and Eve popping up out of nowhere, out of the fucking dust, and then Eve being torn out of Adam's body like a rib, and then God injecting 40,000 different DNAs into her, and then there's a fucking flood where they put all the animals on Earth on a boat, a wooden boat. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I mean, you just cannot believe the crap. It's just too ridiculous.
Yeah,
Right?
and they laugh at us when we say that life formed, in early Earth. They think that's hilarious. What the fuck?
I know. Yeah, you try. Yeah, try to compare. Let's compare the two stories. Like, really? Come on.
Look, my mom brought me to the Presbyterian Sunday school from the time I was like 6 until I was 8 or 9. When I finally told her I was an atheist, and like when I was 6 years old, they were talking about all these stories. So, I don't know. I think maybe I was 7 or 8 before I developed enough cognitive skill to say, "Mom, this is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit." When I was 8 years old, I know I don't want to. I mean, if you're brought up in a Christian household, I wasn't exactly brought up in a Christian household. I had my dad, who really didn't care for anything to do with church. So basically, I had an advantage, but a lot of people don't. If you're brought up as a child and you're fed these stories, and you are not given the skills to think about these stories, it'll take you till you're 18, sometimes 30, sometimes 40 to say, wait a minute, what the fuck are they trying to get me to believe here?
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah. How are we doing, Nathan? How are you?
I'm okay. How you doing, Laura?
Good. Been staying out of the dirt. I haven't really seen you in any mud recently. Yeah. Well, that's good.
I'm trying to stay out the drama.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wait. You threw yourself right into the fucking drama.
Yeah, you certainly did. You definitely did that. Hopefully you had fun with it. It sounds like you're having fun with it at least.
Yeah, it is fun. Listen, man, I'm in Florida right now, and my wife is still in Texas. And
oh my God.
Yeah.
Get her out of there.
Dual custody with my ex-wife with my son. So my son isn't here all the time. And I'm just here inside this boring house, not doing anything. Yeah. So that's some entertainment right there.
Yeah, Texas is starting to frighten me with this bullshit. They're trying to fucking file charges against that director now. And it's like, she's French, isn't she?
Yeah, they're taking it too far.
What the fuck? And then they're going to get shot down all over the place. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Then they're going to get mad and say, oh, it's the atheist that shot it down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, might end up going to the Supreme Court, though, and who knows where that's going. So, hell in a handbasket. I don't know.
Yeah, geez, you guys, you talk about indoctrination. Like I said, I'm fortunate enough. I live in New England area, and we're not, certainly not in the Bible Belt. So I was never raised in any deep religious stuff. So I was fortunate enough not to be indoctrinated into anything. And like I said, who knows where I would be if I was. If you grew up in the South, I'd be a totally different person, obviously.
Yeah. Well, if you grow up in I did not grow up in a young Earth creationist household, and the pastor of that church had a talk with me when I was like 7 years old and told me about metaphors and how every day meant billions of years. So I had it explained to me by an actual reverend, Presbyterian reverend. I think they called him a reverend. His name was Franklin Peterson, I think, or something. And anyway, he sat me down and explained it to me. So I had an advantage. But if you grow up in a young Earth creationist environment, or Jehovah's Witness, or any of the cults, they're all cults.
Yeah.
Right.
They control your information. Like yesterday, we showed those books, and we're going to be looking into that with David Neff. He was brought up with that ACE, I think, something Christian education. He was brought up with that, and that's all they allow you to see. And then they don't let you watch certain TV programs. I mean, they're gonna keep a kid isolated until he's fucking 16, 17. They're good at it.
Right. You gotta protect that lie, and that there again. I mean, that's all they do is protect the lie, and I struggle with that part of it. That people, they just have to know. that's what they're doing. They're protecting a lie. They're, or what? Like, I really struggle, and certainly there's many people out there that absolutely believe in what they're saying, but yet they use lies to protect it, and they know some of that stuff is lies. So why would you want to live your life like that? Like, I don't know. I
I can
struggle with that.
understand why. I think the religion answers that tough question. What
Right.
happens when you die?
Right. It's the
And
comfort. It's a utility. Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but how comfortable can that be? If you listen to Smokey talk about heaven, he says you have to go up there and you have to pay for everything you ever did wrong, and then you enter this hierarchy. And like, if you're, I mean, he was talking about some really weird shit. Like heaven was like first of all, you got to pay back. You have to suffer every wrong you did anybody else. So they take you up there, and if you punched Joe in basically the 4th grade, then God's going to punch you. And then, so I mean, what do they do if you masturbated? How do they take that back? Do they make you re-masturbate? I don't fucking know. They stuff it back in there with a Q-tip.
Oh,
That's what they do. So every time you masturbate, they stuff it back in there with a Q-tip. I don't know if you've ever had a Q-tip up your dick, but holy fuck, it hurts.
Oh my God!
If you ever had relations with the wrong girl, this will happen to you.
This is the crazy stuff I'm talking about. You have to try to analyze the way they think, or try to make sense of their crap, and it's like, how do you do it? I don't know.
Oh, fuck. P-Mars.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
P-Mars figured us out, man.
Yeah.
Bertrand Russell, we all worship Bertrand Russell. We have statues of him. We fucking touch him. It's like, I like to touch his dick.
Well, Nathan, you seem to travel all over, kind of like what I do. There was some drama going on this morning. Weren't you in the side chat this morning? Smokey jumped into. Yeah, I just happened to find that.
Where was it? Where was it?
This morning. Okay. Yeah. Did you see the Jefferson spatchcock thing? Did you see all that? That's probably still going live. Okay. Last night he went on. He had a live stream. Okay. And I think they were all up drinking all night long, I guess. I assume. I don't know. I don't know that much about Jefferson, but he started a live stream, and him, he's freaking passed out, right? The stream is probably still going on. I'd have to look to see. But he passed out. Leo was on there for a while, arguing with some dipshit. P-Mars was on it. So anyway, the stream went on for a while. Jefferson passes out, right? And those guys stay on. Geo Sam was on there. Those guys stayed on for hours. The stream has been running for over 8 hours. Jefferson passed out after probably a 6-hour stream. Finally, everybody left, okay? He passes out. He gets up. He undresses himself right on camera and then goes to sleep and left his live stream going.
Who did?
Jefferson.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, go look. It might still be on. I don't know.
No, it's
Is
not
it
up
off
there.
now? Oh, my God. The shit. I'm like, here I am in this shit. I'm like, what the fuck have I got myself in? What am I doing? This is just fucking insane.
I live in horror of leaving my camera on, and I always unplug my mic and shut my camera shutter.
Yeah. So all that, and then during that time, right, Jefferson passes out. His live stream is going, so people are jumping in on it, trying to figure out, to see what's going on. So people are staying and talking in the side chat while it's just a blank screen or a screen of his bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's there, right? So people are chatting. So Todd, the one guy, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to open up a live stream," and that was the stream I saw you in, right, Nathan, early. And then Smokey jumped in on that this morning, and they had a little short chat. That was only like a half an hour quick stream or something like that. But yeah.
So who had the stream? Okay, Todd. Who had the stream?
Todd.
Oh, this one
Todd
guy.
did a live stream, like the whole thing with Jefferson, right? That was going on. And I think when people, obviously this morning, people get up, they see his live stream is on, right? So they go on it. And then people are talking in the side chat. And then Todd's like, oh, I'm going to jump over to my channel and open up a stream if anybody wants to come over. So that's when I did the same thing. I was watching. I'm like, oh, I'll jump over there. So I did. I jumped over there, and he just did a little short stream. It was him. Doubting Thomas jumped on. Smokey jumped on. And what's the lizard kid there? What's what's his name there? I forget.
That's the lizard.
Yeah.
Okay, I put it in chat.
So anyway, so they jumped on and they just did a quick little live, a little stream, and they were chatting. Smokey was being a douchebag. I almost was going to jump in there because I've never actually jumped into a live stream with Smokey before. I was going to jump in, but I didn't bother.
Oh, here it is.
So that was early this morning. That was at 9:30, or my time, 9:30 this morning, which was 2 hours ago. That's just ended.
Yep.
But this is what I'm talking about. All the fucking drama shit. Like, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Bothering with this shit. Like,
it's so entertaining though. That's
right. You're sitting here, you're not doing anything, and then So this was this morning. Yeah, St. Thomas jumped in and basically told Smokey to fuck off for a minute. Then he jumped back on. He didn't say St. Thomas. He didn't say much.
Yeah, Smokey's on for a while.
It was. He was on there for a while. I listened to it for a while. I said I was gonna jump in, but I didn't end up.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll check this.
Like I said, I'm a nobody. I've only jumped in and talked to you guys a couple of times. I don't, I'm just inside chat. I don't even say that much in side chat, just here and there. But
I'm pretty much a nobody, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You're doing pretty good. Jeez, the whole Aaron Raw, getting him on the channel and all that, and I think it's great. I love it. I probably spend more time on your channel than anybody's, just because of the that kind of stuff. I'm more like I said, I'm more of a science guy, but
I think back to like 2 years ago when I first started watching this shit, I felt like my brain was going to break open. I had to get out and start talking to people, and I mean it took. Like, I went down to Austin on the Bat Cruise twice. I met these people. They quickly forgot who the fuck I was. I went back the second year. Nobody knew me. I think Jamie Boone will remember me this time, though. But I was introduced to Aaron Raw like 5 times, and he kept forgetting me. And then I got on, and I started talking to Standing back in January, February, I think. And then I started this channel in May, and so the whole process of actually getting out there and being able to say something has taken about 2 years, but I felt like my brain was going to fucking break open. I had to we all have opinions, right? And we have to offer our opinion to the world. That's what I'm doing. I'm just an asshole, with an opinion. I don't know.
We all want to be heard.
Yeah, we want to be heard. And, that's the thing, putting out a platform, like when you guys get in my chat, I pay fucking attention to you, because we all have part of this puzzle, and if I were just to try to do it alone, it would just degrade into bullshit. I gotta have input, and we have to all share our opinions. So I don't know. It's a journey.
Yeah,
not true.
I don't know.
Yeah. We all need our little niche to fit in.
Well, what the fuck? What is PMAR saying? Go ahead.
I just went onto that screen to see. What the fuck is he? Oh my god, he drives me crazy.
Yeah, no, they can judge a fact. All they have to do is accept it. No, everybody feels like they can analyze a fucking fact. PMARs, what the fuck? Don't be like PMARs. Thus, from the moment that techniques, the state or production are facts, we must. Oh, PMAR is the one doesn't he famously say that he believes in, he accepts evolution, but he doesn't believe in it, or some fucking thing like that? Yeah.
I think he's just a troll. He just make up stuff.
He does. He just wants attention. He just
Mhm.
yeah. And a lot of people accept him because of he's so out there, and people like the drama.
Oh my God, he's talking about the fucking proletariat.
He's a goddamn. He's a freaking crackpot. He's just throwing shit on there just to get a rise. This is what he does. This is what he does, right?
That's the thing, though. People like Pete Marsh, he's joking around, but like you see, like the Smokey. I think Smokey Sink is joking, but you have the John Maddox, you have the Nicholas. They really believe that stuff, and they think it's like actually true, and that's sad.
How about the John Maddox shit, right? Have you noticed? Is it me, or is he hiding? He will not. I see him in side chat here and there, different places, but I notice he won't say shit unless it's with, like, I've noticed he's only on with just the Christians. If it's just Christians, talking on a live stream, and just Christians in the side chat. He jumps into when there's atheists around, but he'll only say a little bit, and then he'll just, like, I said something nasty to him the other night.
I say that.
He didn't even respond. I laughed at him. I said, you're the biggest idiot on the internet now. Oh, what a friggin' moron he is. Okay, I mean, the guy's really.
Have you watched The Boys on Amazon Prime? The Boys?
Yes. I finished the season. Really good.
Okay, I did last night. Homelander?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they got basically Homelander could have just killed him, but they're like, Homelander, nobody's going to love you anymore. That's That's Maddox. That is Maddox. He's Homelander.
Yeah.
And if Homelander gets embarrassed, it's like the worst thing that could ever happen to him. And I kind of feel bad for him because he kind of got punched.
Yeah, he's really embarrassed. You can tell.
But he's okay. He's been uploading papers, so he's still at it. He's coming back. There's going to be a comeback.
He will. He's just trying to let it.
Yeah.
He's given it a lot of time to let it blow over because he's definitely got really embarrassed.
Yeah. Do you guys know how to read books? I don't know what he's talking about. How do you read a book?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there are any books. I don't think there are any books out there that will make us understand you.
I don't have any books.
Maybe when I get to heaven, they might have one of those books that I can read up on.
What books are they going to have in heaven? That's another question I want to ask.
There you go. There's a good question.
Okay,
maybe P-Moss can answer that.
In every different language.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to watch cuties in heaven?
I know it's got to be. Hey, we should ask if that's banned in heaven. Ask Nicholas if that's banned. I wonder if, or is it, is there freedom of speech in heaven, or is there bans, or what? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They won't ban. Okay, they will ban cuties, but they'll show you fucking Silence of the Lambs and Homelander.
Yeah,
I love. They really held to their promise of more decapitations than ever. I mean, I've never seen a series with more decapitations than The Boys.
Yeah,
man,
they really outdid themselves.
Yeah, huh? Head pops,
head popping. Yeah, there's a lot of head popping, man. It's like holy shit. Oh, that was a great. It was actually a better season. The second season was better than the first, I think. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. Pretty awesome. Now we'll see where it goes.
Has anybody ever gone on P-Ma's channel, his YouTube channel?
He has a channel?
Yeah.
How do you find that?
I actually went on it.
Me too.
And how the fuck does a guy like him get? What, he's got over 1,000 subscribers, right? Like 1,500 or some god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How does a wacko like him?
You didn't hear his excuse? He said he got a lot of black followers. He said he made a video and it was about something with slaves, and a lot of black people started following it.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
I heard it in some other channel.
That's probably true. I'm sure that's probably true. Like,
I was like, what the fuck?
I couldn't believe it. I went on it, and I don't know, there was something going on, and Pima. Oh, he was streaming a live, you know, when somebody else was live, which you're not supposed to do that, right? A lot of people do that here and there, but you're not supposed to actually stream live that somebody else is live. You're supposed to, you know. So, and he was doing that, so I jumped over just to see one time. And I think that might have been like on Skylar's or Rage's. I think it was on Rage's when he was live or something.
Oh, I just subbed to him.
Did you?
I did. He's got 1.62 thousand subscribers.
Yeah, I told you.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
I know. What's wrong with this picture?
Yeah, I've got like 162. But the nice thing about my subscribers, I think they're people that actually want to listen.
Well, they're normal people. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not getting. You know, I probably have maybe 10 creationist subscribers, but so it's building slower, but I think it's building a little more solid than this shit. 1.6. Who the fuck would it? I'm gonna have to go listen to this guy. Does he actually talk?
Listen to PMAS. It got 250,000 views. He must be talking about whatever you were talking about, Nathan.
I heard the story, something like that. I think he was talking to Rage one time.
Yeah.
Should I be advertising this shit?
Yeah. No, with Jefferson's thing. Oh my god. Yeah, he already put that on his channel of Jefferson stripping down and going to bed, and
he's a troll.
You know, yeah.
Wow. So he's got a little. P-Mars plugs his YouTube, and then he's got this blood sacrifice lifestyle.
Yep.
And it 20. Holy shit, this guy is rolling. Dude, you're a celebrity. You know, I should have you on my channel. No, not.
People like conspiracy, man. Please don't, Speed, because I might unsubscribe if you do.
I promise. I won't even let that. I won't. He's been in my back room a couple times. I think he just came in with a pseudonym, and he disappeared. So not going to get in.
Yeah.
Be real. You got to be a certain kind of person to get in this fucking room.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you first of all you have to not be Stinky Snake. If you're not Stinky Snake, then you have a chance.
Yeah.
That guy's a character, man.
Yeah,
he's another person who does it for fun.
Yep.
What a piece of shit. He is a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Jesus Christ,
but Batman, that guy right there. Wow. I didn't expect.
Batman, I knew he was, just basically, and he says it all the time. He's got brain damage. I think he was in some sort of an accident, and he did receive brain damage. So obviously the guy's not all there as far as when it comes to intelligence, but then I didn't realize that he was that far out there with the wanting to kill gay people and all that. Like, oh my god, that was awful.
You hear about these people on TV, but you don't actually see them in real time, and that's why I'm so interested into it. I don't see these people in the real world. You see them online on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, they do exist.
Right.
Yeah, fuck. So, fuck. I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't want to.
I want to hear.
No, we'll go off live and I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
But
I got in a nice little battle last night. Well, just a little short battle on Smokey. Smokey did a live stream last night. He did a review of a debate, and I got in a little battle with a kid named Alex Black. I don't know who that is, but I battled him on the side chat about what Batman said, and he agreed with it. He thought that he agreed with Batman, and he went right along with it. And I just said, I kept calling him a piece of shit and garbage and all the whatever name I could come up with. Yeah, some Alex Black was his screen name on. That was in the side chat last night of Smokey's live thing.
Yeah, I'll have to watch for it. It's not on his channel, so it takes YouTube. Like YouTube does this fucking thing where right after a video ends, you can't find it again.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised I didn't get a notification for it. I usually get notification, but anyway, I will try to check that out. I'll trap the chat. One thing I do with videos that anybody's interested in is I have a means of converting the transcript into a nice Word file, and I also have the means of trapping chat if I get it live. But I have other ways to trap chat. And I usually create a Google Doc and I can share it with you. So if you have any video you're interested in, I'll go out and grab all the data for you if I can, and put it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a service that we provide here at Speed of Sound of Gravity's YouTube channel.
That is great.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great.
Okay, I'm going to end this, guys. I guess we just got
Okay.
P-Mars. P-Mars is the only one watching, so.
Yeah.
He's the only one chatting anyway. I don't know if anybody else is watching. But.
Apparently, we're that interesting, huh? We only get PMAs.
Yeah. So Bertrand Russell, Principia of mathematics, right? Is he our god? Apparently, we'll have to check that out. That'll be our Bible.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Goodbye, guys. I'm going to end this.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
No, you guys, you two hang around.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Yep.
Hold back.